It has been a highly profitable industry for nearly 5 years. But the global economic downturn has put the so-called steel boom on hold. Many fear losing their jobs. Hundreds of steel workers gathered in Brussels earlier this week to protest. They urged steel giant ArcelorMittal not to pay hefty dividends to shareholders when thousands of jobs are on the line.
To these guys, for stop, don't think about the money, but think about the little man who's going to work every day.
Since September, falling demand for steel has led to a decline in production. To cut costs, ArcelorMittal, the world's biggest steelmaker, has announced it may slash 6,000 jobs in Europe. The European Federation of Metal Workers, which organized this week's demonstration, says this is just the beginning.
The situation facing steel workers is incredibly serious, because if the companies aren't sustainable in Europe, then even those who have a job today aren't necessarily guaranteed their job in the long term either.
The World Steel Association, which represents about 180 steel producers, including ArcelorMittal, says cutting jobs may be necessary to weather out the economic storm.
If production, short-term production cutbacks requires astute and well thought through financial management of the business, for the medium term and the long term, that is the appropriate step to take.
But just last year, ArcelorMittal announced dividends of $2 billion, 25% increase from the previous year. This, union activists say, is unfair to workers.
Extremely angry about the idea of companies privatising their profits but socialising the cost and putting all of the cost of the current economic crisis on the shoulders of their workforces.
To curb rising unemployment, governments around the globe are resorting to protectionist measures. But many claim this is not the answer. European Union finance ministers have said a clear no to trade barriers. They say protectionism might destroy the concept of a single European market and deepen the global economic crisis. Walter calls protectionism counterproductive.
All our members have considerable concern if there are examples of protectionism anywhere in the world. Our tenet is that we want fair and open competition.
He's hopeful demand for steel will go up again by the end of the year. But until then, many more might lose their jobs. Anna Moya, Press TV, Brussels.